Dave, obviously, it's a quick turnaround in games. So is that a benefit in some ways, given the result in the week?
Yeah, I think you always want to get back out as soon as you can, especially after a disappointing result. Um, you do lose a bit of time on the training ground, obviously, which would be a benefit. But we've got next week to get back out on the grass in terms of doing longer preparation. But I think at the moment the overriding fact is, yeah, we're desperate to go out and put on a better show on Saturday.
Yeah, it's not a lot of time, is it, from one game to the next? So I know the players after the matches have been saying they're really determined to put this right, this little blip that they're in at the moment. So have you seen that focus?
No, we've said all along, we're happy with the group. We've got an honest bunch of boys. Yeah, but they're going through a tough time at the moment, but the only way you get out of that is by rolling your sleeves up and working harder. And we know the type of personality and character they are, that they're going to do that for us.
It's easy to get lost in that sometimes, isn't it? Especially when you're a fan saying that you want to see your team winning every week. But it happens to every team. You go through these little blips. I mean, if you look at Leyton Orient, I think prior to their last two, they'd lost 4 in a row. So they're just coming through the other side, and that's the challenge for you now, isn't it? To get out of the rut.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course it is. We need to stop the run of results that we're in. We're fully confident we can do that. Yeah, obviously Saturday's the next opportunity. It's League Two football, and teams do go on poor runs, and results do crop up where you raise an eyebrow from time to time. We're no different, I'm afraid. The thing is, though, we know that we're capable of, once we do get on a run ourselves of a few positive results, then we can be a hard team to beat again.
Has it been a combination of things? Has it been one thing? Has it been a bit of hard luck? I mean, what do you put it down to?
Well, there's a number of things. I mean, we're trying to look forward now, to be fair, Matt. We're not, we don't want to be going back to 5 games ago or 4 games ago or 3 games. We've put that behind us now, and we're just focusing purely on getting a positive performance, and hopefully that'll make it a positive result.
Yeah, and some positivity that you've got is Leon Legg and Luke Joyce available again. So important to have some experience back in the side.
No, we've got 2 or 3 back available to us. So, that would normally figure in our regular 11. So that's pleasing. That's encouraging, and they're sort of tried and tested for us, and we know what their capabilities are, and we know what they give us and give the rest of the team. So we're pleased to have bodies available to us.
Yeah, and you talk about that looking forward, that positivity. It's a busy time over the next few weeks leading up to Christmas. I know it's been busy ever since the start of the season with pretty much 3 game weeks, but a little run now can really move you up the table very quickly.
Absolutely. I mean, as I say, we're only looking towards tomorrow at the moment, to be quite honest with you. But yeah, look, we've had a bad run, but there's no reason why we can't go on a good run. And, that's what we'll be trying to instill in the lads. But we have to start somewhere, and we have to get a foothold tomorrow. Hopefully get a positive result. There's no reason why we can't. Leyton Orient, as you say, are a good little run of form themselves, so it's going to be tough. So we're going to have to be better than we've been. There's no question. But as I say, we're more than capable of getting a result tomorrow.
Yeah. And from what you've seen of Leyton Orient, what potential threats is there? What is it that you've got to kind of certainly keep an eye on when you face them tomorrow?
Well, I think they've got a pretty settled team. They've got a way of playing. They've got some players in wide areas that can hurt you. McAnuff, who's got Premier League experience, possibly come back into the team tomorrow. He was rested midweek. They've got a number of threats. Johnson up top gets goals for them. So, yeah, they're a well-balanced team. They've got left-footers in left-footed positions, so they're well-balanced in terms of that. But as I say, on our day, we feel that we can beat anyone, and we've proven that over the last 12 months. So there's no reason why we can't give a good account of ourselves tomorrow, and hopefully, in turn, that will give us a good result.
Yeah. So you've got some players coming back. You haven't got no little problems, niggles picked up from Tuesday through to tomorrow. A clean bill of health, in other words.
Yeah, there's still 1 or 2 that that obviously missed out on Tuesday that we're still waiting to see. I hadn't spoken to the physios before coming on to speak to you, Matt. So we're still waiting to see about this morning. But as I say, there's 2 or 3 back that weren't involved at all on Tuesday, so that gives us certainly more to choose from.
Cheers, Dave. Thank you.
Thank you, Matt. Cheers.
Dave, can you hear me okay, Dave?
Got you, mate. Yep.
Dave, when we spoke to the manager after Tuesday's game, I just asked him about 1 or 2 injuries. And he mentioned Tom Conlon and said he'd gone for a scan. You weren't quite sure what the problem was or how serious it was. Have you had any news back from that, Dave?
Mike, I've not heard about that. He went yesterday. I think there was a little bit of indecision, if you like, whether or not he needed a scan. So there was a little bit of doubt, but I think eventually they come up with the conclusion that just to be on the safe side, if you like, we'll get it scanned. So hopefully we'll hear the results of that today.
Okay. And Danny Whitehead, I think, was having a scan last week on a foot injury. Again, what's the latest with him, Dave?
Again, hand on heart, I can't give you an answer because I've been away from the ground for Tuesday. I missed yesterday for personal reasons. So okay. I'm not quite sure on Dan at the moment. Okay,
I thought one of the positives from Tuesday's game was Devante Rodney's performance off the bench. Just how pleased were you with him and generally sort of what progress is he making, do you think, this season?
Well, yeah, I mean, we were delighted with his impact on Tuesday. I mean, having said that, he didn't have to do a great deal to stand out on Tuesday night, but no, he came on and he made an impact. He got a good goal. So hopefully he can build on that. He just needs to be consistent, and he needs to believe in the abilities and the strengths and qualities that he has as a player, and recognise that he can do damage at this level. And I think once the penny drops with him, it's been a little bit stop-start, as I say, for him, but he's definitely got those qualities that certainly can give us a threat in those forward areas.
Yeah, you mentioned he didn't have to do a lot to stand out. I mean, in terms of performance, he almost came out of the blue because although he'd been on a poor run, the performances hadn't been as bad as that. I mean, was that something that, you really sort of, I don't know if laid into the place is the right word, but, sort of harsh words said?
Yeah, we've obviously spoke with the lads. That was certainly out of the last sort of 4 or 5 games, we felt that was the lowest point, certainly the first 45 minutes. And, once make no mistake, once Stevenage get their second goal, it's pretty much game over, certainly the way we were playing. Obviously, Devante gave us a little bit of a glimmer of hope there, but, I think it would have glossed over the performance even if we'd have had a 2-2 out of the game, So hopefully, a few truths have been spoken. The lads know that we expect better, and they also know they're capable of better. So hopefully we'll see a much improved performance tomorrow.
There's bad news yesterday in terms of getting fans back at Vale Park. Just give me your thoughts on that, Dave, that obviously we've got to wait for some time longer.
Yeah, it's such a shame. It's a shame for the fans, first and foremost, but it's also a shame for the players and the lads. It's strange times, and I know it's the same for everyone, but certainly here at home, we miss our supporters home anyway, make no mistake. And I think we had that glimmer of hope that possibly we may get 2,000 to 4,000 back. Realistically, that wasn't going to happen with the way the COVID is in the area at the moment. So yeah, hugely disappointed, but hopefully when we come out of maybe Christmas, we'll certainly see the spectators back with us and hopefully cheering us on.